How about some tunes?
We've got some great tunes for you this morning.
Hang out a few tunes.
Yeah, he's loony, he's just like his tunes.
Good tunes, good brew, good buddy.
Said I dig your groovy tunes, man.
I mean, Led Zeppelin didn't write tunes that everyone liked.
Hey, what happened to the tunes, man?
All right. What's up, everybody?
What's
Welcome.
up, man? Oh,
Don't interrupt me.
I thought you
How
were...
dare you? I got to do the intro.
I'm sorry.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to them, the people.
Formalities. Just fucking cameras. There's no one there.
You broke the illusion, bro. Now we have to start all
We're in a garage,
over
guys. It's
again.
a fucking garage. Let's not make it more than what
It's
it
a gay raj.
Gay garage. And everyone's coming in. Nice.
Welcome back to Good Tunes. I'm your host, Timmy Good Tunes. I'm going to call him my co-host from now on because I think he's going to stick around.
Oh,
you guys
man.
got to make him stick around, comment, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and let him know how much you love him. His name's Roger Y. Now you can say hi to the people.
Hi, theoretic people.
We are still in the Through the Gray grind. We're still going through it.
The
gray grind
is what we're going through.
Yeah, right now we're smack dab in the middle of it, baby.
Oh, man.
Smack dab in the middle of it.
That's like right. Would you say more on the G or the second each?
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tracks, and we're on the technically third, but the first one's an intro, so I guess right in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we're like the start of the T in the.
Right. This is specific. All right, so today's episode is about Will Smith. Not that Will Smith.
Oh man, he's got enough going on.
He's got enough
leave
going
that
on.
dude alone.
We can have a whole episode just on that, but you kind of don't want to because it just ruins my childhood.
Not as much as his was ruined.
Oh, and yeah. Anyway,
well-
Will Smith. I think a favorite amongst people. What did you didn't call them fans? You called them
Fuck.
supporters.
Supporters, yeah.
Supporters. I know Cody. Will Smith was definitely one of his favorites.
It was one of mine, if
Yeah.
I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Shit was fun to play.
Yeah.
Fucking.
So what's the story behind Will Smith? If anything, just the title. Do you remember?
Oh, man. I mean, the title.
Which one was song 5? Was any of these song 5 or just
No.
throw that away?
That
which
was
one
like
Metal
Impulse
Song?
9 days, man.
Which one was Metal Song? That was nothing either?
Gone.
Gone? Okay.
None of those. Yeah. Song 5, Metal Song were like on the very first thing way back. And they like, I forget, 2 other. I think Red Pill was on that one.
I remember that too.
Yeah. And
Wow.
there was some other.
But these are the ones that made the cut.
Yeah. Well, those made the cut just in a different time.
Right.
Different place, different people.
Right.
Same people. But yeah, Will Smith, man, I think we just kind of like, I think Scott just blurted it out. Like at Mr. Kyle's like, what are you calling this one? Will Smith. Like, Scott like, just
Was
comes
there a
in
movie
hot.
on in the background on the TV or something maybe?
I'm pretty sure Scott like explained the whole vision for the album while beating a video game. Like,
Okay.
because I remember him talking about like, yeah, this levels up my ADD, and he like literally, I forget if it was like old school Mario or whatever it was, but he literally like played through in like an hour and a half and just like beat it while like telling us the whole vision of like one of the songs or the albums. He was fucking incredible.
That's some good multitasking. Right?
Dude, I just remember watching, and I don't know, that was when it came out, but it was a time like there was just like Will Smith. I mean, his last name is Smith, so maybe his name is really Will. I don't know.
If that's your real name. All right, let's get a little refresher course. Let's play a little bit into it. It kind of just
How
it kicks
super
off.
real those drums sound.
Oh man, yeah.
It's horrible.
It'll be okay. We'll live. So it's pretty. It starts. It goes like
Yeah.
it just starts and pulls you right into it. How much of that was already written?
Probably a lot, man. Like, I think lyrically, it's just it's so applicable. Like now too. Like, I just like looking at like what we were thinking and saying, and like I feel like that's how like we kind of got to know each other. Like, oh shit, like we kind of think the same.
Yeah.
Like we were totally different exterior and like, you know, extrovert and introvert, you know. But I feel like that was when I saw you kind of writing in that, I don't want to say apocalyptic, but like, oh no, watch out, the world is going this way kind of style of writing.
Right.
Like, I feel like all of our bands always gravitated towards that at one point or another.
Well,
at least one song.
Well, I think that has to do with literally, our generation and being like the post 9/11 generation of like,
True.
what the hell, and then like the whole rumors of
We're
9/11 was
living
an
memes,
inside
dude.
job and all that shit. And it's like, what? It's like our government, we're the bad guy? What?
Yeah.
Like it was like that realization.
We're literally like
conspiracy.
living memes, like the shit that you see memes on, and we're like, oh man, that's like really funny because it's sarcastic, but it's also terribly fucking true.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, but we lived every bit of that, man.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. Like whatever side you're on, it's still fucked. Like,
No one admits their faults, but we seem to block out all our
flaws.
Building these walls. A lot of the fun stuff I do was suggestions from you guys.
Oh,
Like the whole building these walls. That was probably like one of you guys telling me to do that.
possibly.
Yeah, because it was it's still very much a learning process for me,
Yeah.
and just like knowing what I can do, can't do, should do, shouldn't do. Didn't even think of.
That made it though, man. Like
Yeah.
even like listening back, like I hate these screams. I'm like, at the time, I probably thought they were the shit, and like listening back,
They
like,
are the shit. They
and I'm just like, fuck, man. And then like I'm listening to it as like a drummer who like screams, and I'm like, yo, man, the drums and the screams are the two worst parts. That's terrible. You know, like Jay killed
know
it
what
like playing it, but it's like because we had to use like the MIDI to get it to track because we were just doing it on a budget.
There's no low end.
Yeah.
And your type of scream didn't really have much of a low end.
Right.
Unless you specifically did it, or
Right.
we added like a shitload of, I think, effect onto it.
My lows
Or-
never had like balls at that point. They were always like breathy lows, like
Right. There's no bass.
It was ooh, as
Yeah.
opposed to like, you know, real guttural.
Yeah.
sound.
So there's MIDI drums that don't have much low end.
right.
Your screen that don't have much low end, and
Right.
those kind of like it always sounds like there's like glass.
Right. And we didn't mix the bass high because you had fucking guitars that were ripping it. As
Yeah.
cool as Paul's bass parts were, it was just like it made sense to let the guitars shine.
And because like it wasn't professionally mixed
Yeah.
or mastered. Did we send it out to be mastered by some probably fucking Discmakers? They did the mastering, but like the mixing, it wasn't like.
I
mean, Mr. Kyle was just learning as he went along.
Right.
To his
right.
credit,
Yeah,
could have been worse.
I agree. I think it was Discmakers at the time that did all that shit and mastered
Shout
it.
out.
Yeah.
They
Fuck
didn't get
them.
sponsored by him.
I remember having to like
Fuck
drive
them.
all the way the fuck out there to get them. or something.
Yeah. It's right off the highway. It's kind of like a quick turn.
Yeah.
It's kind of annoying sometimes. Yeah, it's like a warehouse. You go.
It was
some
some
weird
weird shit.
situation.
I don't know, man. I just remember like once we got those CDs, going to like the boardwalk in either Point Pleasant or Seaside, and, like some like asshole fucking rent-a-cop on a bike trying to be like, "You guys got a permit to be selling those?" And I'm like, we were trying to get people to like listen on like an iPad or a Discman, whatever it was at the time. Probably a Discman because we had the CDs, and we were like just showing them, you know, what was going on, and like a lot of people were like, "Oh, this is cool" or whatever, and like we would sell it if they wanted, but like anybody who's like, "Oh, I like it, I just don't have the money," we were giving it to them anyway just to get the name out. And these cops were just like hassling us, like, "You know, I could take that whole backpack," and I'm just like, "Okay, man." Like I'm like a 16, 17-year-old kid, like trying to show some people my music.
And they wonder why people feel this way. Anyway.
I don't want to go down that road,
No.
man.
But yeah.
But yeah, it was just I was like, I was just like. It wound up being nothing because you probably still have the backpack full of shit. But like, that's what I remember about that CD of like, from mixing to like Discmakers to like some asshole fucking with me on a boardwalk.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You guys selling drugs in the shape of CDs?
And I was like, yeah,
That was
like
ruckus.
at that age, dude, I never even drank or smoked anything in my life at that point.
Right.
So I'm like, nah. Like,
What?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
What?
Straight A's in school.
yeah, you were really good at like school and like math and shit.
Yeah, dude, I graduated in top 10% of my
Yeah,
class.
man, you were legit. I mean, what are you doing hanging out with
And
us losers?
Paul and Scott kept always.
You had a backup
They're
plan.
like, oh, we're dropping out. You should probably do it too, or like of Brookdale. And then I wound up dropping out of Brookdale.
I was probably the only voice of reason like, Roger, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do
that.
that. They already said we're all gonna break this up. Don't do it. Fell apart faster than my facial hair.
So we're going to take a little break and with a word from our sponsor. One of our sponsors is called J&R Videography. My boy Jesse Rafter's video production company. Make sure you guys hit him up. And if you guys mention Good Tunes or the Idiot Box or Timmy Good Tunes, anything like that, when you're doing business with him, he'll knock off 10% on whatever you guys are trying to get filmed. He does videography, photography, weddings, bar mitzvahs, corporate events, webcasting, photos for social media, Instagrams, marketing, things like that. JNR Videography, jraftervideo.com. Put information down here and links to his website and YouTube in the description box. So make sure you check that out. JNR Videography, Timmy Good Tunes. Mention Timmy Good Tunes to Jesse Rafter, Good Tunes, Idiot Box to Jesse Rafter, and he'll knock off 10% from the biz, whatever you guys are getting them to do. All right. Okay, so let's keep going with the song. I think coming up is a favorite.
The chorus.
Even the pre-chorus going into it, kind of.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, it's almost a pre-chorus, kind of like a second part of the verse. It's.
Yeah,
that's probably my favorite part of the whole song. That's probably like
into
where
the guitar riffing over it is.
That's probably like one of the best quality vocals I've done on that song, and probably one of the whole album.
Yeah,
like hitting it, like
like
hitting it. Yeah,
I remember Cody and Jesse just always coming out to like the shows with the pony. Like,
yeah, they love.
Yo,
that
hit
part.
me with a so sadistic.
Yeah, that part. Yeah, it's a favorite. So sadistic. And it's like you would think that line would be screamed.
Yeah,
it says sadistic.
Right.
So that goes back to your point from the last time, like saying like detriment, but singing it.
Yeah.
And that so.
Yeah, man. Like I feel like it always kind of like gave you what you wanted, but teased a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we were talking about Jeselnik the other day. Like,
right.
It's like, all right, I know to expect something fucked up, but I took a left, he took a right, and when I took a left, he took a right. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I feel like we tried to do that on purpose sometimes.
So
I feel like this is like the early developmental stages of like, what do we want to do, man? You want to do like, we would do like 2 and 2. Like if there was like a 4-part verse, you'd have the 2 and 2. I feel like this is how it started. And then somewhere over time of all the bands, we'll get to a point at some point where it's like, no, just change the third one. Remember that was like the formula for longest time.
Yeah.
I feel like that all kind of ties into it. It's like, what can we do to be different? You're on the third one where you think you're gonna scream it, sing it. Like, I always feel like it was like 2 and 2, and then it was like, no, it's about the 3.
Yeah.
I'm interested, like as we go through, to see like where that really started to happen. We got to listen like to the music too.
Yeah.
Like the actual like background parts, like because a lot of that's like the second guitar just doing like the ad lib shit.
Right.
Thoughts.
Yeah.
Thoughts.
So we'll think about that going forward.
Yeah.
So was that the chorus?
I don't think we had like a true structure in that song.
There wasn't there's no part that's repeated, right? Yeah, because they're like, yeah.
I feel like at the time we probably labeled it on like a notebook like chorus 1 and chorus 2.
It's chorusy.
Yeah.
It's a chorusy part.
Yeah. It's a tag, I guess.
I
You know?
guess.
Whatever.
The sadistic part, man.
It's a focal point at the very least. Because
Go ahead.
Because like you just feel like literally I feel like I'm on a fucking like treadmill the whole like first half of the song, and like it feels like a chorus because like the vocals, the drums, and the guitar, like the way they're all structured at that point,
That was
kind of all give a chorusy feel. Like you expect to hear that somewhere else down the road.
Will Smith was an opener, wasn't it?
At one point.
Oh, okay.
Because like we would alter. Like I feel like we always closed with either Feast or Puncture Wounds.
Puncture Wounds.
Yeah.
Feast. Yeah, because Feast was right there.
Yeah. Like I feel like we used to close with Feast before we wrote Puncture Wounds.
Okay.
Before we like perfected it, because we were still playing out before this was done recording.
Right.
And I feel like we would open with Will Smith, but sometimes we'd actually play the intro off the album, and then other times we would just start with Pixie. I feel like we were just able to do whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like the only rule with them was like Feast or Puncture Wounds has to be last.
Yeah.
I think there was like one time we tried opening with one of them. We're like, no, never again.
Yeah.
Because like you open with puncture
You
wounds,
blow
and
your
then
load too early.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You gotta tickle it a little bit.
Yeah. So let's keep going.
Running deep inside her soul. It's deep inside us. We're living just to die. In a world where something we both get through. We really are. We seem to this way go. Caring for no one else. Caring for oneself. We go about our lives. Living just to die. Just to die again, just to die.
Yo,
Some sexy shit right there.
honestly, like I would play a lot of this shit again.
Yeah, that's
sure.
wow. Yeah,
that
some
that
sexy
that shit.
Just to die.
Yeah, that fucking hits, man. Like I'm not even embarrassed to say it. Like that shit fucking.
Yeah, that
is
shit fucking
awesome.
hits. Yeah. Vocals are pretty on point for the most part. My
Yeah.
my low end's probably more shaky than my high end in this one.
It was one of those things. Like I feel like no one like. I would say at least at that band and myself, you know, at that point were like even critical because it was like one of those melodies of like it's like how Dylan like no one like really cares about his voice. It's like it just hits the way it's supposed to hit. Like yeah, I feel like you're just so at least when I hear that I'm like just do that. It's like one of those things that you're singing along with. You're totally out of key, loud as fuck in your car. Like you don't care because it's fun. You know, like I never listened to that part and like tried to be like, oh, is he perfectly in key or is it this? It was just like it felt good. That's it. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's a good motto to have.
If it feels good, just let it ride.
And those fucking
I got a motto, yo. You want to fuck? I'm with it. Jay Fon, shout out, yo, big dog from the Bruns.
where do you get this shit?
dude, I worked with.
Oh, okay. No, it's this guy I
My
know.
boy Jay, yo. Got a motto. You want to fuck? I'm with
Buddy
it.
of mine. But those that breakdown. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. Oh my god, it's so much fun. It's
It really. I just feel
because
instantly
it hits,
happy.
but it's also like
groovy.
yeah, and then you add the just it. Oh
Yeah.
man,
Yeah, man.
that one I really felt good about. I remember.
I feel like it's like how like as they like dying at that time like always had like we would always call them like the ear candy riffs like even if it was like simplistic stuff they always had like a breakdown with like an ear candy riff over it and this is like to me like the lighter version of like that would be obviously wouldn't sound anything like As I Lay Dying but like that kind of like mentality but instead of that ear candy always being guitar you had like the pussified vocals come in and like act like a lead of a guitar.
Yeah.
Like if you played that melody on a guitar with a really sick tone it would sound fucking really cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And in this song, there's a lot of like, there's a lot of not ups and downs as far as like good or bad, but it's a lot of like,
Yeah. Peaks and valleys.
peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys. Yeah.
Accusations we have brought the doubt upon ourselves. Passing glance to someone else. What can I say? What can I learn? What can I take from this? It's obvious. We walk streets tonight. We sleep in the comfort of our dreams. Yet illusion of safety. We pray for change, a brand new day. We do nothing to change this place.
Before we get into that drum roll, the fucking machine gun drum roll.
Talk is cheap, motherfucker.
I love how that sexy got that a little bit of vibrato in there.
Yeah.
What was it? What was the line?
Yeah, I don't know.
What can I take from this?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god! I was just like when I heard that, I was surprised at myself. 'Cause I was
Yeah.
like, oh man, that's
Dude,
a good part.
All of it. Because it's like it's always cool when you're like up here and then you throw that like chill, not chill.
Especially when the beat is the same. It's still going ding, ding, ding.
Not chill, almost chill like suave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not so chill like, yo, I'm spaced out, chill and like, you know what I mean? Like
Not chill
stoner
like
rock
boring.
shit.
Just
yeah.
like
Chill like suave, man. Like
Yeah.
just smooth as fuck. Like a dude in a suit at like a fucking old school lounge.
Yeah, he's wearing a suit, but he can still kick your ass.
Exactly. Exactly.
He's still hard.
Yeah. Like Peaky Blinders style. shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Fuck
All
yeah.
fucking done up and shit.
Yeah, Peaky Blinders over here.
So, this part,
Oh man.
it's gonna break our hearts. Here we go. Let's listen.
This was my question. Are you willing to run? Are you willing to fight? Are you willing to die? For what you know? Left, right. Are you willing to run? Are you willing to fight? Are you willing to die? For what you know? Left, right. I need to know. Are you willing to die? For what you know is right.
Oh man. There's
That was-
so much to say
We
about that.
pulled
part.
everything out of our asses for the vocals on that part, so it wasn't so repetitive.
There,
At least on my end.
there's like 9 things going on in my head just about that part alone. like number one, like if you listen, because the vocals are so busy, it's I can't tell if it's Scott or Steve, but one of them is just going off in the fucking back, like shredding. And it's like it's cool that we didn't over mix it to make it so prevalent, but they're just still doing their fucking thing.
I love that rip from.
All right, other part. Yeah, you mean the pull harder on the strings of your martyr riff? That's exactly like it.
We got another sponsor, guys, from New Jersey, Soul Emod. They are a company out of New Jersey, and they have bags and accessories, clothing, apparel, straight from South America, from Ecuador, based in New Jersey, imported from Ecuador, high quality goods, very durable, very fashionable for any type of occasion, handmade in Ecuador. They're on Shopify, they're on Facebook, facebook.com/SoulEmarNJ. That's SOLYMARNJ. They're on Instagram, SoulEmarNJ, SoulEmar. And make sure if you guys ever go to the website, you ever buy anything, just mention in the notes section of your order, Timmy Good Tunes or Good Tunes or Idiot Box, anything like that, and we'll knock off 10% off your order. So make sure you go hit them up. It's a good sponsor of ours, Soul Emod and Jay.
You definitely have to do like a side by side of like that song to like pull harder. Like, what do you guys think?
Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Are we phonies? but
But we
like
called
you're saying-
ourselves out first,
But
so
I-
it's okay.
Yeah, but at the same time, fuck that.
Yeah.
I love doing that.
Yeah.
It's like it's like in the other song that we'll go through in another episode. You know, I love shit like that.
Yeah.
Everybody does that. Hip hop does that all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
You know.
I just feel like, I don't know. I'm not saying we did here, but there's a difference between like paying homage and like blatantly ripping something the fuck off.
But that's the
I don't
thing.
think they did. I think it was just like we were listening to so many different things at that point. Like
Yeah.
we had Trivium and like the more like metal.
We were
And
throwing
then
everything
like
at
there
it.
was more like of the metal core, and then there was the hardcore. Like, we were listening to like Throwdown and shit. Like
Yeah.
but then we would have like always like Michael Jackson and like hip hop and shit. So there was like so many different genres and shit. And we all listened to so many like the same, but if you like webbed out and like or zoomed out and saw what we listened to completely, our catalog, like we probably listened to every artist known.
Yeah.
Between the 6 of us.
And you should.
Yeah,
You
fuck
know,
yeah.
we should.
I
We
feel
should
like
do
at that point we were just listening to a lot. Was you could tell what we were listening to because it came out
Yeah,
in the
like
writing.
Even my part. That's
Yeah.
very much my homage to Axl Rose.
Yeah.
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 You know, that was I think like either I came up with that comparison. That definitely wasn't my idea. It was probably one of your guys' idea. And I was
Definitely
like,
not mine.
That's very Axl Rose. And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's cool. That's kind of cool. I like that.
No shit.
And just like switching it up, and even like when that shit's going crazy, and I'll do like what you know is like it's low.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, because like even like we were saying, there's a lot of high end.
Yeah,
Sometimes
man.
you got to throw in that lower shit.
Do you remember live? Like, I wanted people to do the fucking chant so bad.
Yeah, the gang vocals.
There's like the gang vocals, but they're
Are you
mixed
willing to
so
ride?
well.
Right.
I would say, like, dude, it would be.
You're only gonna notice it if you're listening to it like this.
Yeah.
Like-
yeah, but the worst part is like, and at the time, I'm thinking I'm doing the right thing. I'm going to get everybody into it. I'm like,
yeah.
bro, I probably explained that shit. Like, all right, guys, this is what we're going to do.
I know.
And
That's
I'm like,
the worst.
fuck.
That's the
But
worst.
I'm
If
like-
they don't know it, it's.
And it's like, if I didn't explain it, you had no shot. But when I did, it made it almost even worse because you're like, all right, man, like, we literally stopped the song. Jay's probably just like keeping time.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm going to go get a beer.
Yeah,
You know?
like the energy of the song is like you're.
Yeah.
You're like.
All right, guys, what we're gonna do? Everybody's looking at each other. Like,
Everyone
so
stop.
do we go, or like does he
Yeah,
go? Like,
yeah.
How's this work? Should I?
It's like, but this is a breakdown.
sell
So
me a
can't we
card?
just like throw down? Like,
Yeah.
isn't that what
And
we should be doing?
So like, you would see people like, I feel like people like try to throw down, but then like try to sing with you in the middle, and then go back to throwing down, and then like run up for like one like part of the chant. I'm just like,
Yeah.
this is a fucking mess. Like, and when we say people, there were probably like 15 people. Some shows were really good.
Yeah, I remember our the CD release show.
Yeah.
Log Cabin.
Oh
We
yeah.
had paint, glow in the dark
Oh
paint all over
shit,
us.
that
Remember
was
that shit?
so cool, man.
At that point, I think we had even our shirts.
Yeah.
I think we had our
The
shirts.
Triceratops shirts, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Those are fucking awesome. That's legend. I would kill to get one of those. Like, I feel like you would just wear that as like a vintage T-shirt. Like some dude in LA could be wearing that right now, and some like hipster.
Oh, I used to live in Jersey.
Some
you know,
hipster
there
would
was
be
this
like, "Yo,
band.
man, that's fucking crazy, bro. That's an awesome shirt."
It's interesting.
I literally feel like it would be a hit. We should bring it back. Like, make it look like old and faded.
It's such a simple
Like,
design.
yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Well, when we re-released this remastered
Yeah.
and drums retract.
Oh my god.
And if you wanted, I guess it sounds like you would want to retract
the screams.
and everything.
Well, I would let Jay do the drums. Those are his drums, not mine. I can't take
Yeah.
credit for them.
That's true. So that's Will Smith. Any other thoughts? Any other memories? The overall song is, like you were saying, is just that apocalyptic kind of.
Yeah, like,
Are we willing to rise?
Yeah.
Are we willing to
We gotta
fight?
do this, bro.
What you know is right. It's very much a way to, as far as
Revolution.
Yeah.
The new revolution, which is crazy because like you look at what's going on in the world right now, and it's like we had no idea what the fuck we were in for. We're writing about this shit as like 17-year-old kids living home,
And
like,
you just got to look elsewhere for topics and scenarios because, like we were saying in the last episode, like people, is that the Kill Your Parents music?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, and then you have that crowd that thinks that about this, and you also have like, is that the emo music? You just cried about your girlfriend? Or?
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, well, you don't want every song to be like that. It's okay for songs to be like that.
Yeah.
But you don't really want every song to be like that. You want, especially if the
Yeah.
music itself doesn't lend to it. And
Yeah, it's just I don't know, man. Like it's so funny. Like people like took the word emo. And to me, I'm just like, it's
Everything's-
emotional. Like, isn't all music emotional? If it's not, why are you
everything
listening
in
to
life
it?
emotional.
Yeah. Like, all right, I'm gonna go spend 3 minutes and 30 seconds of my life listening to a song that doesn't make me feel anything.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter if it makes you want to grind your dick on somebody and fucking do drugs, or if it makes you want to fucking cry in a room or fucking whatever, party.
Yeah.
Punch a hole through the wall. Like,
Yeah.
people have all experienced these types of emotions at some point in
Yeah.
their lives. Like, music is the out.
Yeah.
It's like the difference between like a fantasy and actually doing something. Like, you're getting it out through the music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna really go beat the shit out of somebody, but if I fucking put on some like heavy ass shit and I go to the gym for a little while, I might feel better.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yo, honey barbecue flavor twist fucking Fritos though. Remember we were talking?
Oh,
Yo,
we
if
could go
you
on for
guys,
days about that.
if they're given any kind of fucking endorsement or whatever,
Sponsorship.
yo, we will shout you out every time. They
Fritos,
are fucking incredible.
Honey mustard,
Yo,
honey
honey barbecue,
twisted,
flavor twists.
flavor twists.
Make bigger bags. They always have that fucking like 2/3 size we were talking
Yeah,
about.
it's either
The little tiny
personal
one? Yeah.
or the between you and one other person.
But-
Never a party size, never a
But you
family
know what? To be
size.
fair, I feel like they actually stacked the bag pretty well.
Yes.
Of like,
Yes.
so like you would just get a bigger bag, but
So
not
the
necessarily.
ratio?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
like
fuck,
I've
you know what?
gotten
Keep
them,
getting.
I've taken
I take back
pictures
what I
of
said.
it.
Yeah.
Like I've gotten them, and like it's just 2 fingers of air.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn.
Yeah. So that's what they're doing, and they're not using as much fucking plastic to wrap it in. So you're not getting the air in. Maybe they're onto something. They know what. Obviously, they know more about flavor. Fucking,
We gotta trust these guys. They know what they're up to.
Fuck, man, I could definitely go for a bag of those shits.
Yeah. You know what I've noticed though? I don't know if this is something, and you can ask Megan, you can ask my girlfriend about this, and it happens to me again and again and again. And
I'm gonna text my girl if she could pick us up some on her way back from Home Depot.
I'm afraid it might happen to these chips, and I'll tell you what the story is.
I'm listening.
Every time I really get into a food, a snack, or a flavor of a snack, within a couple weeks to like a month or two, they don't make it anymore.
Yo, you know what that happened to me with, bro? Do you remember the guacamole flavored Doritos?
Yeah. I never eaten them, but
I used to love those, and I would get like the cheese salsa, and that
those
shit was
flavors
bang.
are they're already limited time.
Yeah.
You know? But like there's these popsicles that we like.
Okay.
They're like they're called natural or whatever the fuck. So
Natural, whatever the fuck. Check that out, guys.
we like the strawberry flavors, and there's literal strawberries in it. Like
Oh shit! I know what you're talking about.
yeah, the green box.
Yeah, dude. Oh fuck.
And like the whole thing, like the ratio of strawberry to ice is like easily 70-30.
Oh fuck yeah.
It's just a big fucking.
It's just like eating frozen strawberries.
Yeah, and then so like the ShopRite we went to, it just like stopped like having them. They always had raspberry or watermelon or like fucking the ones with the dipped in chocolate or some weird shit, mango, lime.
Yeah.
They get too weird, and I'm just like, no, it's just
You're trying too
strawberry.
hard. Yeah, you're trying
And you
too
can
hard.
only find them at like some CVS that's like it's close to us, but still, it's like,
Yeah.
how does that? And it like it happens. I can name like 3 other things if I would think about it that like I gotten into, and then a couple weeks they don't make them anymore. They're not available here, and I'm like, what the fuck?
So off the dome, like recently, I'm bad with the energy drinks. I've had to like punish myself and like stop because it was too much.
Okay.
But the like I hate like the regular Red Bull. Fucking cannot stand Monster, regular Rockstar. Hate all of it. The Rockstar fruit punched, it's just like literally carbonated fruit punch, and there's like 240 milligrams or some shit of caffeine. So I'm like, the ones I would always drink when we would track. I'd be like jumping off the walls, like when I would track screams, or even like recently with shit with like Dan and everything.
Yeah.
Those, and like then Rain and all these other ones, like Bang came out, and I'll go to Wawa and I'm like, they don't have that one. Then I'll go to like 7-Eleven, they don't have it. Like 3 or 4 stores later, I'll find it. But after a while, I'm like, fuck, man, that's like my flavor.
Yeah.
But I guess it's good because then I'm like, I don't want an energy drink. Fuck that. I just wanted the taste, so I'm not drinking them. So I guess I'm better for it.
Yeah.
But the one that I missed the most, bro, I'm gonna blow your mind. I want to see if you remember this.
Okay.
Favorite drink of all time, hands down. Do you remember
cooler.
Do you remember Snapple had the Element series? And they had Snapple Rain. It was a agave cactus flavor. It was fucking awesome. They had like fire and like solar or some other shit.
I stuck to lemon when it came to Snapple.
Nah, man, dude.
Maybe that or fruit punch.
I gotta pull this up for you. Snapple Rain. It was in like this like clear like green tinted bottle.
And it
if anyone knows what the fuck I'm talking about, please leave it in the comment section.
It gets to the point where you start questioning like, this is so good. Is no one else buying this?
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Like, do I not know what's good? Because then it disappears and they discontinue it, and you're like, how?
But I feel like that ties into like the whole like Mandela effect thing. Cause like
did it exist at
all?
all?
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, Snapple Rain, definitely. Like if I search it right now and it didn't come up, I'd be like, what the fuck? But there it is. There it is.
Nah, I don't remember this at all.
Yo, get a close up of that shit. Snapple, bring that shit back. I will buy a case a day.
Rain.
Oh shit, Snapple Rain.
Now move away from the mic to breathe in.
It was a natural source of energy with a gout, agave.
A gout. Give you
My
gout.
dad had the gout. Agave nectar and ginseng.
Ginseng. You freaking.
Ginseng. How do you say it?
Ginseng.
I don't.
Gin and juice?
Is that what that is?
No, but
ginseng.
Trying to help you read.
It's the English language makes no fucking sense at all anyway.
Yeah.
So like for me to assume that it would be anything related to another word,
guinea pig,
was it tough, cough, and dough? Really? You only changed the first letter?
Yeah.
Like it makes no fucking sense. We talk about everything, guys.
Yeah, we could go on and on.